What's up, everybody? It's your boy StijnFawkes here once again with some exciting news. I will be appearing on the Third Eye podcasts again this coming Thursday, which is the 17th of February at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, which will be about 11 p.m. my time, 11 p.m. Amsterdam time, European time. Once again, we'll be talking about Tartaria, diving a bit deeper into certain aspects of it. Last time we took it quite broad. Now we're narrowing it down. Sorry, English is my first language, and I'm pretty tired. But yes, and I'm excited for it. Not in the first place because this time I actually have decent equipment. You know, I got an actual microphone, like actual good microphone. So it doesn't have to be my shitty laptop microphone, which always helps. So yeah, I don't know what else I have to say about it. What I can say about it. The topics that I will be diving into are the what looks like melted buildings. There's a couple great examples of that. I already took some notes so that I don't have to do everything from the top of my head. And I will be talking about the timeline, the supposed faulty timeline, or the 1,000 years added to our timeline. And I found another interesting thing concerning those 1,000 years and kingdoms and whatever. If you read the Bible, you'll probably know what I'm talking about. If you have paid attention to history, you probably know what I'm talking about. It never really occurred to me. I never really saw it until I saw some videos about it by different creators, which made a lot of sense. And yeah, like we kind of touched upon it in the previous episode about Tartaria, and now I just want to dive a bit deeper into it, because I think that besides the obvious mud flood stuff, that those are two very interesting topics concerning Tartaria, or at least that time period, and what all has happened, or supposedly has happened, which of course is up to you to decide. I always suggest looking into it yourself as well. You know, don't just believe what I'm saying, like, even though the mainstream media and whatever doesn't want you to do it. Do your own research, do your own diligence, like look up everything I'm talking about. You'll see that there are things that just don't add up, and use some common sense. Like, if you feel like something's wrong, if you feel things don't add up, like it's not the whole truth, or a distorted truth, or whatever, look into it. Just look into it. That's all I'm gonna say. Like, you don't have to believe it. Just watch some videos, watch some documentaries, read some texts, listen to a few podcasts, hint hint, and make up your own mind about it. It just happens to be a topic that I'm really interested in, and that I have come to know um, quite something about. I'm not gonna say a lot because I don't know a lot. I know a lot, or I know a little about a lot. And when we're talking about the topic of Tartaria, it's so incredibly broad. For those of you who listen to the podcast, I will leave the link below, of course. You know how broad it is and to how many other things you can connect it. Not saying that it is connected, but there is a lot of similarities with other stories from other cultures and other religions and whatever. So I'm just excited that I can share more stuff about it and go a bit more in depth about it. Ghost is gonna have some questions as well, of course. Make some suggestions as he did in the last podcast. He really made some links that I didn't even think about. That I haven't even seen for myself. So that's but that's the fun thing about podcasts. Like you, because you're talking to people who know other stuff and like see it in a different way, it makes you think as well. I'm a Norse pagan. Tartaria, supposedly also a land of giants. And the Norse mythology, like, come on, we know giants, the Jotun, they were giants. So he asked me a question like, do you think that they are connected, or that the Vikings, the Norsemen, on their travels could have met people from Tartaria, or whatever, and because they do have shared myths. I'm not gonna tell everything here. Just listen to the podcast. For that, I will leave the link to the Third Eye podcast and the podcast I did with him about Tartaria. I'll leave them both in the description, along with other stuff, of course. But yeah, like that's it's a great way to expand your mind, to expand your thinking. And it's like many of those podcasters, like Third Eye podcast is just one that handles topics like that. There are a lot of podcasts in the truther, occult, magic movement, however you want to call it. But because we all know so many different things, like we all have a different view on things, different opinions. Like, I don't know any examples from the top of my head, but it prevents it from being a echo chamber. Like, it's not just people saying, "Oh, you're right." Okay, cool. Well, that's the end of the conversation right there. No, there's people like, okay, but then how would this work? And then how would that work? And do you believe this? And do you believe that? Because I think it's like this, and I think it's like that, and I believe this and that, and whatever. So it's one of the things I love about podcasts. But yeah, just to I went on a whole tangent there. But main part, I wanted to share with you. Thursday on the 17th of February at 5 p.m. Eastern Time, which is 11 p.m. Amsterdam time, I will be on the Third Eye podcast again, going deeper, diving a bit deeper in specific rabbit holes having to do with Tartaria. So I don't know when he will post them online. Last time it took a few weeks. Maybe because this time I actually have a decent microphone, it'll take a bit less because he has to do audio editing and all that stuff. So we'll see. But once the podcast is online, second podcast is online, I will of course make another video and post a link to it in the description. For now, I'm gonna leave it at this, otherwise I'm gonna go on another tangent. So yeah, thanks for watching. If you watched it to the end, I very much appreciate it. If you're watching this on Odyssey, fire that shit up, repost it, leave something nice in the comments, or don't, or whatever. If you're watching this on YouTube, give it a thumbs up. Leave something nice in the comments again. Share it with people you think that might be interested in it. BitChute, same stuff. If you're watching this on Rumble, of course, like it. That's just the main thing across all the platforms, and do whatever Rumble has to share this video or whatever. I don't know how Rumble works, but anyway, yeah, I'm gonna leave it at this. I'll leave some links in the description. I've told that a lot already. So thanks. And till we meet again. See ya.